Clearly, an army of insects would use bats?
Wherever did you get such filthy abominations?
As royalty, I have access to much more advanced technology. They're robotic.
Oh, well, now it makes perfect sense.
Far too complex for you to understand.
Actually, I think maybe that was what was going on in the writer's room. They had extensive novels written about all the backstory of all of this that they just couldn't fit into the show proper. So anytime something doesn't make any sense, it's just far too complex for us to understand. Vrock finally meets the Rangers in person, but in a completely different look from normal. From what I've read, in Ghost Ager, Vrock's counterpart there was actually the final boss of the series, working more discreetly to manipulate various different factions by taking on different disguises. What's the explanation for him looking different here?
Far too complex for you to understand.
Right. Why was he dormant for centuries?
Far too complex for you to understand.
Am I the only one who notices that my key is the wrong color?
Jake, there's a simple explanation for that.
But we'll never hear it. Here, I'll give it to you. Gokaiger used green instead of black. There. That being said, it is a funny line. At least it was when this first premiered. Now, in retrospect, it's become like Vrock's far too complex for you to understand, meaning they have no explanation for anything. For example, why are these keys here? Where did these powers come from? Why didn't Gosei just give them this ability right from the start if they're better? And bear in mind, it's the legendary mode that can only be used for a limited time, not the super mode. We're given no indication that these are newly developed or anything. Hell, that can't be it since the Ranger keys have been here since the first episode. If the Morphers weren't ready, what the hell were they doing there anyway? And why didn't Gosei ever mention these things?
There's a simple explanation for that.
Oh, okay. Ugh. They used RPM's weapons in a fight. That's it. Is it because RPM is from another dimension? Actually, that would be some kind of explanation. Instead, it's...
There's a simple explanation for that.
If you just put in the slightest amount of effort to this, you can still do it on the cheap and produce something worth everyone's time. But no, as Gosei said...
There's a simple explanation for that.
Yeah, he says he knows who they are.
We've been watching you. We know what you're up against.
And who is this we that he refers to? Him and G? The Samurai Rangers? All the other past Rangers? The Royal We? I'd sure as hell like to know. But don't worry, guys.
There's a simple explanation for that.
Bring Orion to Gosei, and it turns out Tensu can speak Andresian. Does that mean Tensu was built on Andresia?
There's a simple explanation for that.
Yeah, of course.
Hey, Orion, I noticed your morpher was different from ours.
There's a simple explanation for that.
No. We've got a better reason not to get into that. What was that?
There's a simple explanation for that.
Oh, shut your inanimate face!
I've dreamt about this.
Yeah, why were you having those dreams again, Troy?
There's a simple explanation for that.
Yeah, that's what I thought.